Shubham Guru in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, unbelievable news for you guys because yes, we're going to talk about our future January transfer window targets because yes, obviously we can sign some players in the championship, but right now it looks like it's quite difficult. But let's see if I get to know anything about Said Benrahma or guys like Emiliano Buendia, Ismail Yassar. They're moving off to any Premier League clubs. I will be definitely covering that as well. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. And if you're seeking daily Arsenal content, this is the place to be. This is the best place to be, man. And talking about more stuff, let's talk about something special because French football expert Julien Laurens has insisted that there was no way back for Matteo Guendouzi at Arsenal this season. He says it was best for everyone that he left the club on loan. There was not any way back, at least for this season, for him at Arsenal with Mikel Arteta. He was always hoping that something would change, and I think change for good. Well, let's see. We're hoping that he would improve. But moving on, former Arsenal striker Danny Welbeck has agreed a contract termination with Watford. The ex-England international is now a free agent and is able to discuss terms with the new club. Welbeck featured 20 times for the Hornets last term, scoring 3 goals. Well, moving on, did you know Thomas Partey's father said, "In fact, my son's move to Arsenal is the best. At this point, my son will play with his heart for the club to succeed." So yes, things are happening. Thomas Partey to Arsenal, done, and his father is definitely happy with that as well. Well, moving on, well, let's talk about it. Sam Dean actually put up a telegraph. He's actually authored it, or probably he's tweeted this out. At Arsenal, they love Bukayo Saka for the little gestures. Makes an effort with staff, learning about the club's history, pitching in where he can, versatile, bright and impeccably behaved. He fits the profile of what Southgate wants in the England squad. They want discipline. You know, you cannot talk about disciplines about 2 recent English players caught doing something not they should have been. Well, moving on. Well, did you know Edu Gaspar informed Partey's reps in a phone call at 2 a.m. on Sunday? This is how they signed Partey. That they would pay his release clause. Partey and his reps were expecting him to stay. Partey was informed in the morning and decided to move on the spot. Arsenal deposited the money at 2 p.m. and Partey underwent a medical. The call from Edu Gaspar was a big surprise. Partey and his team didn't imagine that he would have played his last game for Atleti on Saturday. Thomas doesn't feel he did anything wrong and thought Atleti did try hard to keep him at the club. So yes, there's nothing wrong with that Thomas Partey did. Definitely not from my end as well. But moving on, well, a recent video was leaked by Football Daily via Sky that Mesut Ozil and manager Mikel Arteta fist bumped during the training at London Colney this morning. Yes, there was a fist bump moment between Mesut Ozil and Mikel Arteta in the training this morning. But moving on, Arsenal's Bukayo Saka in the England training for the first time at St. George's Park this morning. Yes, and it was seen that Saka and Eric Dyer are best mates already. Yes, Saka and Eric Dyer being the best mates, they literally are having the very good talking to each other. It was really great to actually see the video. You can actually check it out on Football Daily's Twitter page. It's already there. But moving on, well, Darren Bent has opened up about Thomas Partey to Arsenal because why not? Literally everyone is giving their opinions about Thomas Partey. Why not Darren Bent? He says, finally they've got someone in there who's got that Vieira type stature in the middle of the park. 45 million pounds as well. When you look at the players costing more than that and haven't got half of what he's got, it's bizarre. So yes, Darren Bent spitting facts about Thomas Partey. But moving on, well, the Athletic UK say that Arsenal actually Arsenal owners provided funds to meet Thomas Partey's release clause as a show of confidence in Mikel Arteta. The Athletics say that the Cronkies provided funds to meet Partey's release clause as a show of their confidence in Arteta. They wanted to prove they can back him, back his ideas for team building, and back his ambition to return Arsenal to the Champions League. So yes, whoever says that Kroenke has done nothing, this is the first beautiful gift, parting gift from Kroenke. Well, moving on, well, not technically parting gift, but here's the biggest updates that I can actually tell you about Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Barcelona were really interested in signing Ainsley Maitland-Niles before they signed Sergiño Dest. Mikel Arteta was key to keeping the player. Well, this is according to podcast. Here we go. That is Fabrizio Romano. So you can understand what Mikel Arteta did. What a turnaround! Ainsley Maitland-Niles would have left, even though him hiring a new agent. He was about to leave Arsenal, but thank goodness for Mikel Arteta that did not materialize. Well, Arsenal's Eddie Nketiah has equaled Alan Shearer's and Francis Jeffers' record for the most England under-21 goals ever scored. 13 goals, yes, 13 goals scored by Eddie Nketiah. He's a bright talent, yes. Despite the embarrassing result against Andorra, Eddie Nketiah continues his amazing form for England youth. 32 games, 32 goals. Under 18, 2 games, 4 goals. Under 19, 10 games and 9 goals. Under 20, 9 games and 6 goals. Under 21, 11 games and 13 goals. Eddie Nketiah is literally, he's killing it. He's killing it. Trust me, he's doing everything, because Eddie Nketiah actually played 18 minutes by coming off the bench to score in England's 3-3 draw away to Andorra in their under 21 Euros qualifier this afternoon. Nketiah's goal takes his tally to 13 goals for the under 21s. That itself is huge, huge, immensely talented striker. And talking about the straight up facts, Fabrizio Romano in his podcast Here We Go says Arsenal are monitoring Dominique Szoboszlai. He is on the short list, but he is not on the top of the list. At the top are players like Houssem Aouar. So yes, it's a straight up fact that Houssem Aouar is on top of the priority list, but Dominique Szoboszlai is also a player worthwhile to talk about in the January transfer window. So stay tuned for every transfer news. This is the best place to be, and you all know that. Well, moving on. Well, Henrik Mkhitaryan has written this letter. I'll tell you what it is. It's an emotional public plea to world leaders, including Vladimir Putin, regarding the conflict between his home country Armenia and Azerbaijan. The two nations have long disputed the region of Nagorno-Karabakh, also known as Artsakh. So he's actually tweeted out a call for action and peace. He's actually tagged Emmanuel Macron, Donald Trump, and of course Vladimir Putin, and hashtag peace for Armenia, peace for Armenians is what Henrik Mkhitaryan has tweeted out. So yep, cheers. I hope they listen to what Mickey has to say. Well, moving on. Well, Arsenal fans are eager to see Thomas Partey in action for Ghana during the international break. May fancy tuning into their friendly on Friday. Well, a friendly between the Black Stars and Mali is organized for the end of the week in Turkey. Partey is heading to Antalya for the clash and will reportedly be ready for the game. Ghana then take on Qatar 3 days later in preparation for a pair of African Cup of Nations qualifiers with Sudan next month. Well, moving on. Well, Thomas Partey is better than all of Arsenal's other midfielders in every category according to the certain stats. Well, the Ghanaian literally beats current and the players literally the current Arsenal midfielders. You can actually check this stat, crazy, insane stat out. Yes, you can check it out. So this is the one. Well, Thomas Partey versus the Arsenal midfielders. You can check it out. Well, Partey has 3 times as many goals as any other Ghana's star. Partey has netted 3 times with Granit Xhaka, Joe Willock and Mohamed Elneny scoring 1 apiece and Dani Ceballos failing to bag. The ex-Atleti star has also made the most successful tackles with 76 tackles. Partey led the way in terms of interceptions, 44 interceptions, and recoveries 240 by some distance, 241 duels one man. That is such a cool stat. And the Ghana's new boy has also won the most duels, 241. Yeah, that is the 240 recoveries, 241 duels won, 64 triples completed. Thomas Partey is a different beast. You got to give respect to that guy. And former Arsenal midfielder Jack Wilshere is in advanced talks to join Rangers in a shock-free transfer, according to Nicolo Shira. Yes, Nicolo Shira, he says that he's in advanced talks with SPL leaders Rangers, managed by Wilshere's former England teammate Steven Gerrard. But Premier League clubs have been warned they face a further cut in TV income even without the cost of the pandemic. Yes, it looks like it's going to be a very difficult time period for them. Yes, the Premier League clubs have already, the 20 top flight clubs were landed with a paying of 330 million rebate to broadcasters, and the tender for the next 3-year deal for the 2022-2023 campaign goes out later this season. But broadcast analyst Claire Anders suggests hopes of matching the current deal worth 5 billion over 3 years are unfeasible. Anders believes clubs must steel themselves for a 500 million reduction. The last auction was post-peak. The takings were down, and we expect that to continue. Sky and BT overpaid for rights in the past, and BT has suffered a decline in its value. Now the UK sports broadcasters are trying to think about reducing their rights costs. Let's see. And talking about more stuff, well, here's a big part. The Scottish FA have today announced that Southampton player Stuart Armstrong has returned a positive test for the COVID-19 while on international duty with Scotland men's national team. What does this have us in store for us? Within the announcement, the SFA confirmed that all other members of the squad have turned negative results. However, the Lothian Health Protection Team in Scotland have identified 2 players and 2 members of the backroom staff as close contacts. As a consequence, Arsenal have officially tweeted out, they put this on their official website. Our defender Kieran Tierney and Celtic player Ryan Christie, along with one physiotherapist and a masseur, have been advised they will require to self-isolate for 14 days as of yesterday, Tuesday, 8th of October. Our medical team have confirmed that Kieran was socially distant at all times from the player who tested positive and has broken no rules regarding COVID-19 protocols. We are currently seeking further advice and clarification of the details. Kieran has also been in touch and has said, this is the official statement of Kieran Tierney via Arsenal. I am so disappointed and frustrated to be in this situation. I have adhered to all regulations and made sure I was socially distancing from my teammates in the hotel. I've also tested negative. I know Arsenal and the SFA are now in discussions with the Scottish authorities to gain a further understanding. So if he's tested negative, come on guys, come on, let him play against Man City, man. What is wrong? He can play against City. He's tested negative. So I think they have just advised him to go on isolation. So an advice is what? Who cares about the advice, right? But yeah, that is that. I'm pretty much sure if it's negative, I'm pretty much sure that Kieran Tierney would be the last person you would expect to break a rule. So yes, guys, these are the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came up, all the news and everything about Arsenal comes to this platform every single day twice. So what you got to do is subscribe and hit the bell icon. Join my Fantasy Premier League. The code of that is already there on the screen, and you can always follow me on my Instagram and follow me on my Twitter as well. And of course, subscribe to my channel on YouTube, Indian Gooner. I will see you in my next video, and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in my next video. And guys, new mission, 13,000 subscribers. We're not far off. What, 129 subscribers to go? So let's do it, man. Cheers. I'll see you in the next one.